How's it going, WBE? My name is JV Westside, and today I have another coach interview with my guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? It's Sacred Almighty, coach of the Chicago Bouffalants. It's Liddy. First time being a WBE. It's time.
Awesome. How's it going, man? How's your day been?
I've been out. That's the only reason why it was so late. I was so late getting back to you, but
Yeah.
it's been great so far. Nothing too chaotic.
Awesome. All right, so start off with an easy one. What's your favorite Pokemon, competitive or not?
I mean, I guess I'll probably separate them.
Fair enough.
Because whatever. Competitively, it's like a tie between like Mega Mawile and like Aegislash.
Understandable.
And then non-competitively, it'd probably have to go to like Mega Charizard. Just off of just what it is. I'm a
X or
humongous
Y?
Charizard fanboy. X.
Oh, for sure. When did you start playing Pokemon?
Ooh, this is back. I want to say this is back like I'm like 6 or 7, maybe like 8 at most years old. I guess I got my very first Game Boy Color from my friend because his mom got him a Game Boy SP, and then his Game Boy Color he gave me Pokemon Blue. So I just was like, all right, cool. And so I just played the Pokemon Blue. Meanwhile, he had Fire Red, and I was like, I want me a Game Boy SP. And then I was like, let's do it. And it just became a cycle of I want this handheld console. It must have a Pokemon game on it.
Awesome. When did you start playing Pokemon competitively?
I want to say like pre-X and Y. Like pre-X and Y back when like Black and White 2 meta
Gotcha.
was definitely a thing. Weather was like the heaviest thing. My favorite team on there was probably like Water, just because of Drizzle, Politoed, Vaporeon, the whole shebang. Keldeo on there as well. It was a crazy time.
Right. What makes you a fan of the Pokemon franchise?
Oh, that's a good question. What makes me a fan? I don't know. I just always been obsessed. Like, for me, I feel like no matter what my gripes with the games may be, because of course, people have their opinions on like what the games lack or whatever. For me, no matter what those games lack, no matter what those games could have been improved on, I will still play the game. I will still play the game. I still support the series. I'll still upload content on it, even if it goes to crap. I mean, it's fine.
Yep. Okay, so as someone who comes from a more like casual background playing Pokemon, how do you think that will translate into a more competitive environment like the WBE?
So it's weird because like when X and Y came out, I was like I said, I was heavy into like competitive. I was literally just doing Black and White 2 and then X and Y. And then for like the entirety of X and Y, I pretty much just did Let's Plays, but still uploaded like it was like a double upload situation. I just upload like a Wi-Fi battle because they were like small. It's like Wi-Fi battles post commentary was like 12 or 13 minutes long. And I've only been in like one league beforehand. And honestly, I still get that same adrenaline rush that I do when I do play online competitive. I've literally had the exact same feeling. Even when I lose, it's like, oh my God, I could have done this, I could have done that. And it's really weird because, I remember the stigma used to be if you played through Pokemon casually, you really can't play Pokemon like that because, competitive is like a whole different ballpark. But honestly, it's mind games. It's mind games at the end of the day. Just building your mons, items you put on them, and just knowing your type coverage, what outspeeds what you could do to speed creep. It's actually translated over really well. It's weird. There's like two sides to it. Like I can kind of like avatar in both. I could play casual, but then at the same time when it's time to get competitive, I'll just sit here and I'll like become real sweaty.
Gotcha. If you could unban any one or more Pokemon for this season, what would you unban and why?
I gotta say Aegislash. I love that mon. I know why it's banned. I get it.
Yeah.
I know, of course. But dude, I remember just using him was so fun. It was the amazing time. You can either run physical, you can either run mixed, special, and he just always at least killed at least one or two mons, and sometimes even swept if you got him up there.
Yep.
And it was just a really, really just fun mon to use. But obviously, as the generations go on and as balance starts to become a thing, that thing is just way too strong for its own good. So I'm not surprised it's in Ubers.
For sure, for sure. So you've played in a few leagues before. What was a heat set that you've brought and had it work well?
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe not work
Probably
well.
it's weird because it's very, very standard. Um, but in both teams, I think it was what was it? It was Mien Chao. That mon is so straightforward. But I guess for like the teams that I end up having, honestly, it just fits. The U-turn, drain punch, knockoff, sometimes grass knot sometimes.
For sure.
It's just like there's whenever that thing comes on, like comes out in the field, it's always just you know what this mon does, and whenever you use it, it's like you use it on something that you know it can't do nothing against,
Hmm.
unless you have a choice scarf and it can literally just you turn that bait whatever you want and boom. But when that thing comes out, it's like I have options. What do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want to do? I just
Exactly.
like that where you have to, where like you basically that mon basically like gives the opponent alternatives, like ultimatums of what to do, but I'm still going to press and attack, and it's still going to hurt whatever you have.
Absolutely.
And I love it. I just love it. It's so straightforward. It's a straightforward mon, and you know normally when it comes to draft league format, you have to bring like a very very specific set, very unique sets are brought up when this type of meta is done. But honestly, sometimes the straightforward mons I feel kind of get the job done just as much.
Yeah. All right. So, which Pokemon would you make better or worse if you could, and like how would you do so?
Dude, oh my God. Honestly, I don't even think this is this isn't even making it better. But probably Meganium. I really, really wanted Meganium to get fairy typing when it was introduced, like long time ago. Meganium was one of the few mons that I just felt like it's terrible, right? It's just like it's tanky, like cool,
It
but
could do
it's
some
not that
things.
tanky. It could do something, but I'm like having this fairy typing, I feel like would just like add more moves to it,
Right.
add a new dynamic to it. I mean, look at Whimsicott. Whimsicott's still annoying, but like
Hmm.
that fairy typing is still like a thing. You can still count that as a fairy, and it still works really good. It gets a lot of fairy type moves. And I look at like Meganium as a mon that it can still do its job, right? But
Right.
it's like, come on, y'all gotta give it
Yeah,
something.
just
Give
needs a
it something.
little bit of help.
Yeah, just a little bit of something, a little bit of help, more health, obviously, more special defense, definitely. And that fairy typing and just give it like access to all the moves or whatever.
Right.
And oh, if not that, probably Milotic. I think Milotic should have got fairy typing long time ago,
Oh God.
most definitely.
That thing's
But that thing would
already
have been
annoying.
cancerous.
Right.
That thing would have been cancerous if it got fairy. But
For
I
sure.
want you to know that mon, how being cancerous as it already is totally fine. There's nothing like look at Suicune.
Oh yeah.
We let that thing just roll around. It's regular water type and it gets calm mine. Like come on, bro. It's fine.
Who would you say, or what would you say, has influenced the way you team build the most, either from YouTube or otherwise?
Dude, it's so many. I remember before we actually became friends, I know Joey Pokemon used to be like a humongous influence. My friend Nexus, who is like always, he's in the league, Pittsburgh Pichus. He's always in the lab, just like mixing up sets or whatever. And he actually taught me certain stuff, like certain stats to put into certain mons, just to make them outdo what their what their threat is. So I mean, honestly, it's just those two, most definitely.
For sure. Uh, and outside of Pokemon right now, what are some other games you're enjoying?
Oh, dude, I'm playing through Danganronpa 2.
Ah,
Really, really, really decent novel esque games. Really dramatic, really amazing music, just really good characters. It's a really fun time. A lot of hours though, but it's fun.
uh, and one last fun question has sort of become a meme behind the scenes with the analyst. Blue or pink Gastrodon?
Honestly, I'm a pink.
All right, that's fair.
I'm gonna go with the pink because the blue's ugly. That blue is ugly, dude.
All right, I mean, agree to disagree, but yeah, I feel you. But
No way.
I mean, yeah, blue's my color, but you know, it's whatever. But yeah, just go ahead and round it up. Just take a couple minutes, plug whatever you want, shout out who or whatever.
Oh,
Just, floor's yours.
shout out to the people helping me on the side, the front office. Thank you so much. Them Shout out to the supporters, the new guys, the new audience that was introduced to me through the WBE. Hopefully, I don't disappoint. Season 3 is time. Hopefully, I could bring some numbers in. I've seen my division, and I'm kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got some threats in my division, but it's fine. We're gonna go. We're gonna push forward. I'm excited for this season. One last goodbye to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I mean, let's just hope we get it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and be sure.
Bye.